ESPN975.com.
Brought to you by the Daspit Law Firm, DaspitLaw.com. From the ESPN 97.5 studios, here's Glenn.
My thoughts.
All right, welcome into the show. We're off and running here tonight. Once again, I want to thank the universe for this historic opportunity to do radio here tonight. The U.S. getting set to take on Chile right here, March 26th in Houston. So right off the top of the show, let's pose this question. What is your all-time favorite soccer match that occurred here in Houston? Could be the Dynamo, could be an international match with the men or women's national team. It could be Copa America Centenario, Gold Cups, international friendlies. Heck, you can even go back to the North American Soccer League and Pelé playing against the Houston Hurricanes. 713-780-3776 is the number here tonight. 713-780-3776 is the number. El Clasico was played this week, 1-1. This was the Copa del Rey, I believe. Real Madrid and Barcelona, 1-1. Lucas Vazquez for Real Madrid and Malcolm for Barcelona. Here's what it sounded like.
Vinicius sends it across. Benzema settles, drops, touched home! Magic! Vazquez with the opener just 5 minutes in. Alba coming in. Magic! Navas coming out. The rebound cleared off the line as Ramos flies back. Now it's buried on the far side by Malcolm. We're tied.
You got to love that. That gets you pumped up tonight for Soccer Matters on ESPN 97.5. We got some great games this weekend to look forward to. We got Manchester City and Chelsea on Sunday, so I'm sure the Bayou City Blues will be out at Kings Court. Get down to Kings Court, one of our great sponsors. Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid in the Madrid derby. And who was it, Victor? Barcelona's playing Atletico Bilbao? Thank you. And Victor Valenchek has come in here early tonight. I love it, of Houston Cullis. We're going to talk his supporters group tonight. We also have Super Eagle Sam Mbonu of Afro Vibes coming in tonight. And Manny G of El Batallon. So we all know El Batallon also camps out at Kings Court. Call-in number tonight again, 713-780-3776, 713-780-3776. We're streaming at ESPN975.com. Hit me up on Twitter, Glenn Davis Sock. Now, there's a lot of conversation around ticket prices for the U.S. and Chile because we're all tying this in to attendance at these games to help us with the World Cup 2026 bid to be a host city, which would give us 6 games and a windfall of cash and mucho dinero into our city. The tune of, I'm being conservative here, $500 million, but some people are saying up to a billion, excuse me. Those are numbers I don't even know what they look like, quite frankly. Only thing I want to hear more is more about the other intangibles and things that come with us potentially getting these games. And it's not to do with the money side of it, which I know is so important, and that's a big, big part of it all. I get it. But, you know, you just think about the effect it can have on mainstream media. And maybe they're going to look at the game of soccer differently. Now, that's a long way off, 2026. But you're already working on it, and the committee here in Houston is already working on it. To bring this event here. And I'll tell you, it would be a feather in the cap of Houston. We've done it all pretty much. You get a World Cup, and you get World Cup games here, and their kids waking up in surrounding areas and in downtown going to these games. They will never forget these games. These will be moments that'll be indelibly etched in young people's minds, all of our minds, quite frankly. You know, I have that World Cup moment. Mine was 1974 when the Netherlands and all these long-haired guys with hair down to their shoulders were playing the game completely differently, led by Johan Cruyff, and taking on West Germany. And that's actually a game that I watch in Madison Square Garden on video screens that are in the middle of the court over the New York Knicks logo. And Madison Square Garden is sold out. And it's all Germans and Dutch. I mean, incredible. And I never forget it. And that was a defining moment indelibly in my mind. So what was that maybe one defining World Cup moment for you that you don't forget? 713-780-3776. We'll also put out there What's your all-time favorite soccer match that occurred here in Houston? Hey, it might have been the MLS All-Star game. Chicharito debuting for Manchester United. People forgot that, about that night. The MLS All-Stars got smacked, but Brian Ching did score a wonderful goal at the near post in that game for the All-Stars. I remember my good friend Jerome Solomon did a hit job on MLS after that, talking about how this was a real testament to how poor Major League Soccer was. That was brutal. Instead of maybe talking about how there were 70,000 people there. I think Jerome called me a soccer fanboy. A soccer fanboy. I guess he didn't know I was a professional soccer player and might have done a couple other things, maybe, potentially. But Jerome's a good guy. He does a good job with what he does. But that was some fun stuff. I think I was on a different station back then. That's good fun. All right, 713-780-3776. So all you fanboys out there, let's call in and talk some soccer here tonight. 713-780-3776 tonight. We have a show for you. Think about this. I love interviewing coaches and managers in the sport of soccer. I love getting into the tactical side of it. I like getting into player motivation, managing these athletes now. And what are some of the key things that coaches and managers have to be capable of doing right now? We've seen some of the world's best managers melt down. Jose Mourinho at Manchester United recently. Man's an absolute winner. You can ask the question now, is it getting beyond him a little bit? His man management style, being so autocratic. These are things you talk about with managers. Guess who's on tonight? We have Rene Meulenstein, who was a former assistant at Manchester United, to Sir Alex Ferguson. This is a can't-miss interview. We had to tape this earlier prior to the show because of the time difference. But that you're not going to want to miss this. He talks Wayne Rooney. He talks Cristiano Ronaldo. He talks about what made Sir Alex Ferguson so good. I don't want to tip you off to it, but it is a great interview. We're going to play part 1 tonight, part 2 next week. Also on the show tonight, Eric Quill. So this is a Houston product, and I always love shining the light on Houston products. Eric Quill is at North Texas SC. It's the USL affiliate. I think it's USL 2 maybe. It's one of the lower USL divisions. We talked to him tonight, but we talked to him about taking that job now. So he's affiliated with FC Dallas. He's already been into first-team training. Luchi Gonzalez is making the jump from the head of the academy to now being the head coach of FC Dallas. That's going to be very interesting. I talked to Eric about his connection with Luchi Gonzalez, talked to Eric about his ambitions, and also what the makeup of this USL affiliate will be. You know, it's done very different ways. There's some clubs that'll have 26, 27, and 28-year-olds on these USL teams, and frankly, they're not going to have a long MLS career. I don't want to be harsh here, but it's evident if you know player development and you can look at players. It's going to be tough for them to have a long career. These teams serve also, and this is where the great crossover and organic connection occurs, is when a first-team guy, let's say it's an Albert Elise who's coming back from an injury, goes down, and is now on the USL team to regain his fitness, get some minutes, find his sharpness, and continue the process of getting back to the first team. And now he's on the field with, you know, a 17 or an 18-year-old. Those are indelible moments. Those are player development moments that can accelerate a young player.
Break in the next couple of minutes.
I think up in Dallas, with that North Texas SC, that's going to be a predominantly very, very young team. At least that's what I took out of this interview with Eric Quill. So Eric Quill on the show tonight. And then we got a great roundtable. I mentioned it before. Super Eagle Sam Mbonu of Afro Vibes, Victor Valenchek of Houston Culis, the great supporters group here in Houston. They got a lot of members. He's going to talk about their supporters group and a bunch of other topics. And Manny G of El Batallon, who camps out down at King's Court. Manny's going to be in studio here tonight. We're going to do 2 segments with them back to back here tonight. So a lot of good stuff going on in the show tonight. 713-780-3776. Come on, let's fire some phone calls up here. Somebody out there say something. By the way, when we come back also, I'll talk about the Houston Sports Awards last night. They were amazing. What a production, how prideful and emotional it was down there. The ladies of Santa Fe, these young women were amazing. 4 Hall of Fame inductees. Golfer Jackie Burke Jr., who won the Masters. A.J. Foyt, the 4-time winner of the Indy 500. Grew up in the Heights. George Foreman, the gold medalist from the 5th Ward, 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. Dan Pastorini, love you, Blue Oilers back. Was in AFC championships with those great Bun Phillips teams. Was there last night. Great event. It was fun taking it in. And I just still am buzzing about how great this event was. So, Houston Sports Authority, you deserve tremendous, tremendous applause for this event. It is, I just think, such a fulcrum now for sports in our city and this Hall of Fame. Patty Smith, Janice Schmies, Burke. Boy, you guys knocked it out of the park last night. Absolute home run. Moment here for John Daspit, the Daspit Law Firm, our personal injury attorneys. They are our presenting sponsors. DaspitLaw.com, 713-322-HURT. They're bilingual. Any type of accident, they have you covered. Car, motorcycle, industrial, construction. They're going to work for you 24/7 nights and weekends. John Daspit and the Daspit Law Firm, thank you for putting soccer on the radio. We'll take a break. Let's get some phone calls coming here. Best ever or most important soccer match that you saw and attended here in Houston. 713-780-3776. We'll take a break.
Floating around in ecstasy, so don't stop me now.
This is Nolan Ryan. You're listening to Houston's best sports talk, ESPN 97.5.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. Here are a few quick divorce tips that we provide our clients. Number 1, don't move out of your house just because your wife tells you to. Remember, that's your house too. And number 2, don't blow through the financial statements that you file with the court. These are key exhibits, and they often make or break your case. And number 3, watch the social networking. Expect your wife's lawyer to do a thorough online search. And incidentally, this is a two-way street. Now, a bonus tip. Partner with your attorney in assembling evidence. You're one of the 2 leading experts on your life and marriage. Your attorney needs your input to achieve your goals. And finally, talk to your attorney before taking action. Good luck.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Houston area attorneys, a partner men can count on. Online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Offices in Houston, the Woodlands, St. Louis, and by appointment only in League City.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur. Doing payroll is no longer a headache for our customer, Jeff.
I've used various payroll providers in the past, and none can hold a candle to Patriot Software. Their software is ridiculously easy to use. The support staff is knowledgeable and courteous. I am very excited that Patriot Software files my tax forms for me, not just providing the forms like other payroll companies do. As a business owner, managing payroll has been a long-time headache that I no longer struggle with, thanks to Patriot Software. I definitely rate your company 5 out of 5 stars.
Go to PatriotSoftware.com to get your payroll pricing for up to 100 employees. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll processing free. That's Patriot Software.
Got a minute left.
.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Is there a goal call you want me to come back with, Glenn?
I do.
You can act like a man, and you can go to roseexpress.com. Roseexpress.com does one thing. They sell roses. So you get in, you get out fast. Men don't have time to scroll through thousands of flower options. At roseexpress.com, you get 25 roses for $29, and you can double your order for only $20. Roseexpress.com.
Glenn, do you want me to have his mic on?
Express.com.
Hey, Glenn Davis here of Soccer Matters for my friends at Advantage BMW Midtown. Now, I've driven a BMW for years. In fact, I've leased and bought from Advantage numerous times. I love the drive of a BMW. It's like no other. I drive a 5 Series, absolutely.
Just like, first sound like coming out of the break? Yeah. Okay, got you. Which one?
When it says, here's Glenn Davis, just run the Foreman.
Okay.
Sales, service, and finance. Get that hometown advantage. AdvantageBMWHouston.com. Proud sponsors of Soccer Matters.
You're listening to Soccer Matters on ESPN 97.5.
And on ESPN975.com.
Brought to you by the Daspit Law Firm. From the ESPN 97.5 studios, here's Glenn Davis.
This is extra special for me because raised up in Houston, Texas, all I ever wanted to do, I started boxing so I could come back and beat up everybody on the street. I got a Golden Glove trophy. I said, as soon as I get this, they're going to know it. They didn't put it in the paper in Houston. Then I got an Olympic gold medal. I said, I even called the Forward Times, put this in the paper. Maybe I can scare them. Next thing you know, I'm a heavyweight champ of the world 2 times, but it was all for Houston.
That was George Foreman last night at the Houston Sports Awards down at the Hilton Americas. What a night it was. It was fantastic down there, and he was amazing. The 4 Hall of Fame inductees were golfer Jackie Burke Jr., who won the Masters and co-founder of Champions Golf Club. A.J. Foyt, the 4-time Indy 500 winner from the Heights. George Foreman, gold medalist and 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. And then Dan Pastorini, the quarterback of the Love You Blue Oilers. It was such a great night. Mr. David Gow of Gow Media was down there. Todd Farquharson was down there. And I think Graham was down there as well. I didn't see Graham and Todd. I did run into Mr. Gow. We had a great table. I was actually, we had Bun B at our table. And Bun B started things off. I got to put that video up of Bun B's. It was pretty cool with the images of sports behind. He did a fun kind of pump you up, and that was it. He was out of there. He was probably off to do something else, but it was a great night. Room full of incredible athletes, incredible teams, but there was a real prideful feeling in there, and that's what struck me most. If anybody was down at the Houston Sports Awards last night, call in with your impressions. What did you really like the most on the night? George Foreman was so good that they even started talking about the George Foreman grill. It was awesome. Here's his soundbite on the George Foreman grill. Check this out.
Well, you know, all of the great exploits in boxing, all of the great fights you had, a lot of these people in here remember you more for a little skillet that makes a hamburger.
It's the lean, mean, fat-reducing grilling machine. It knocks out the fat.
And that was the legendary Bill Worrell, the Rockets announcer. I'll tell you what, he did a great job. Bill Worrell did a great job of setting up all the Hall of Fame inductees, and they had some video of him in a car talking about how important all these guys were. So it was just a great night all around, great contributions from so many people, and wonderful fun down there. And now let's get World Cup 2026. All right, 713-780-3776. We were down at the Houston Sports Awards last night. What stuck out to you most? There were some very emotional moments with President Bush and Mrs. Bush. Obviously, were super fans. Their son Neil Bush was there. There was a very, very, very emotional moment also with these 3 incredibly talented young ladies, and I wish I could bring their names out here, but they were just so articulate, talking about the tragedy that they went through with their classmates in Santa Fe, and brought tears. Certainly had my eyes were watering with them up there. They were just so eloquent and just so representative of their school and their town, and the way they handled it. And sports, as we know, got behind Santa Fe here in Houston. 713-780-3776 is the number, 780-3776 is the number. Okay, so there's a number of you out there saying the ticket prices for the U.S.-Chile match is too much. They start at $50, and that includes, they'll say it's $38, but there's all the other things that are tagged on. So $50, which includes processing fees. So I guess the big question is, will Tyler Adams, Weston McKennie, Christian Pulisic, Josh Sargent, these type of guys be there? Because if we knew that right now, I think you would move a few more tickets. Who's coming for Chile? Arturo Vidal? Alexis Sanchez? I don't even know if Alexis Sanchez's play honors him to be back with the national team, but who knows? Maybe that's the type of thing that can stunt him into playing better. Claudio Bravo? Eduardo Vargas? Not sure we really know who's coming with Chile either. So that's kind of the, that little X factor that we don't know that's coming in. The Dynamo got their first match in preseason against Tucson, or in Tucson against Minnesota United, 0-0. Not that the score would even matter. They'll take on Seattle Saturday. This might be a slight tip-off, though, to the Dynamo. They started the first 30 minutes against Minnesota with Joe Willis in goal, DeMarcus Beasley at left back, Minor Figueroa, Kiki Struna, the two center backs, and then A.J. De La Garza in the right back position. Now, that's four guys with tremendous experience right there. Four guys. Beasley, Figueroa, Struna, and De La Garza. Does Adam Lundqvist, will he push Beasley this year? Will Chris Duval push De La Garza? These are the type of questions, but the depth, better depth has been improved. There's nowhere to go but up here defensively. Twin sixes with Cabezas and Matias Vera, the new young signing from Argentina, 23 years of age. Tomas Martinez. And then the front three remains intact, so good for the Dynamo. And Matt Jordan and company, they keep Kyoto, Manotas, and Elise intact. They're going to score their goals. There's no question. If you find some balance defensively here, you're going to win more games and get more points. I guess the real question is, if I ask you as a Dynamo fan, what do you want the goal to be? Is the goal to be, just get in the playoffs, see where it takes us? Or do you want to end up 1 or 2 in the conference? Where do we put our flag in the ground when it comes to what is the goals this year for the Dynamo? State them. What do you think they should be, Houston Dynamo fans? 713-780-3776. Monday, Newcastle will take on Wolves. The Miguel Almiron debut watch in effect. Marco Fabian to the Philadelphia Union. Fabian to the Union. It hasn't been announced yet, but a lot of talk around that. And I know what you're thinking. Marco Fabian in Houston would put people in seats. I don't think there's any question. He's 29 years of age now. Again, we stream at ESPN975.com. Number to call, 713-780-3776. Facebook Soccer Matters. Hit me up on Twitter, Glenn Davis Sock. We're also out there on Instagram, Glenn Davis Sock. And if you go over to the Soccer Matters Facebook shop, we have Soccer Matters T-shirts there. There's bracelets there. I want to remind you, 20% goes to the 501c charity, the Curing Children's Cancer Fund, which is earmarked for pediatric cancer research at Texas Children's Hospital. So if you're watching this show tonight on Facebook, Facebook Live, which has been put together by Victor Ariza, you can see some examples of the shirts. We are putting out an orange version of Soccer Matters, which makes a lot of sense with the Dynamo orange.
Break in the next couple of minutes if you can.
And we also have gray and blue, so they're there. Check it out, please. Pick yours up, wear it proudly. You can wear it down to Dynamo games. You can wear it wherever you want. But we do have Soccer Matters merchandise, and 20% of it is going back to the 501c charity, the Curing Children's Cancer Fund. All right, we're going to take another break here. We'll remind you of our good friends down at Advantage BMW. I've driven a BMW for years. Love the drive. Ultimate driving machine. Got a 5 Series. Absolutely love it. The other thing I love is the customer service at BMW. It is second to none. I had problems with one of my tires coming back in from Austin. Next day I'm down there, boom, I'm in and out in no time. I didn't even finish my espresso that I got there, and it was already done. Advantage BMW. They got you covered with sales, service, and finance. It can be done so easy. Get the hometown advantage at Advantage BMW Midtown. AdvantageBMWHouston.com. Philip, Justin, Sergio, my good buddies down there, they love soccer. They are bringing soccer on the airwaves here at ESPN 97.5 to you with their sponsorship. Take a break. We'll take some phone calls. 713-780-3776. What's on your soccer mind?
Welcome to the Hotel California.
ESPN
97.5.
Danish Inspirations Houston Modern Contemporary Furniture Store invites all of you soccer lovers to Danish Inspirations' beautiful showroom on 2775 Fondren. I'm Jan Christensen, president of Danish Inspirations and a soccer player for 50 years. Soccer is a great sport, and Danish Inspirations is a great modern contemporary furniture store. Go to danishinspirations.com and set your furniture goals. Goal!
Hey, I'm John Granato. You know that Thrive Plus product I'm always raving about? Well, that same great product is ringing in the new year with a new name, Cheers. Cheers is a supplement designed to reduce the negative effects of alcohol and help you, me, and the 60% of Americans who drink feel better the next day. Now, I can tell you from experience, Cheers works. But don't just take my word for it. This product was developed by a team of 5 PhDs and an Ivy League scientist who you probably saw on Shark Tank last year. Cheers works by giving your liver exactly what it needs to process alcohol and its toxic byproducts before the pain sets in. To use it, simply take 3 capsules after your last alcoholic beverage or before you go to bed. If you don't feel at least 50% better the next day, the company will give you your money back. To order Cheers, go to cheershealth.com. That's cheershealth.com. Order by 4 o'clock, and this Houston-based startup will put the product on your doorstep tomorrow. With Cheers, you're going to start feeling better when you wake up. I don't drink without Cheers, and neither should you.
There's a new Cupid in town to help you select the perfect gift. Alku Modern Jewelers in Katy is here for your Valentine's Day sparkle and shine selections. Whether it's Sweetie's Day, an engagement, anniversary, or just because, come see the experts at Alku Jewelers to help you select luxury designer jewelry at a great price. Or customize a unique piece in their digital sketch room with access to the top 1% of diamonds worldwide. ALKUjewelers.com, located in Lawson Terra at Cinco Ranch. 15% off through Valentine's. Cupid awaits.
Guys, Lance Erline here to tell you about Texas Custom Patios. What great work they did for me. I was so excited. I said, you guys have to be on radio so I can tell other people. I mean, they do patio covers, screen porches, outdoor living rooms, outdoor kitchens, room additions, sunrooms. They do it all. And they created design drawings so you can see exactly what the project is going to look like on your home. There's no guessing. They match it to your home. You can go online and even see the patio work they did for me. Go to tcplance.com and fill out an inquiry form, and they will give you a call today.
New year, new me. Want to meet your fitness goals? Just breathe more. Need the personal support and help from private sessions? Just breathe more. We're here to help you. Just breathe more. Find out more about Breathe More Training, Houston's premier personal training facility at breathemoretraining.com.
Check out Just Saying with ESPN 97.5's own John Granato. Every Saturday morning, join John and the crew as they break down all the latest and greatest from the Houston sports scene. Only on the Cube 57. Just Saying, Saturday mornings at 10:30 on the Cube.
Hey guys, Valentine's Day is next week, and this year you can love big and save big with Sherry's Berries. Yeah, you get the best of both worlds. A great gift for your sweetheart and a sweetheart deal for you. For just $19.99 plus shipping, watch the love light up in her eyes when you send delicious dipped Valentine's strawberries from Sherry's Berries. Delicious berries dipped in dark, white, and milk chocolatey goodness, then covered in decadent toppings. Only from Sherry's Berries. All for just $19.99 plus shipping. And right now, you can add a dozen red roses to those amazing dipped berries for another $19.99. Shipped together at no extra charge. That's Sherry's Berries for only $19.99 plus shipping and a dozen red roses for just $19.99 more. The only way to get this amazing deal is to go to berries.com, click on the microphone in the upper right-hand corner, and use code 1111. That's
Got 30 seconds, Glenn. Got 30 seconds.
1111.
The Usual Suspects with Joel Blank and Barry Laminack.
Week after week after week, we keep talking about, man, it's fool's gold. Are they really this good? And all they do is keep winning. Everything is meshing and everything is working, and it's a hell of a lot of fun if you're a Texans fan when you consider how the season started and the fact that for so many years you've had to watch a team struggle to get to 9-7.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Weekdays from 1 to 4 on ESPN 97.5.
And on ESPN975.com.
Douglas Costa, Sami Khedira, Matuidi, feeding Ronaldo, who lost his footing, but still gets the goal. Juventus lead, and it's him again, Cristiano Ronaldo. Douglas Costa.
He's still scoring goals, Cristiano Ronaldo, Serie A, Juventus. Been giving some goals up, though, lately, so something going on there. Well, welcome back to Soccer Matters on ESPN 97.5. A quick word here for the Kings Court down in Edo. It's the home of El Batallon, 903 Hutchins, in the shadows of BBVA Compass Stadium. Kings Court, 13 monitors down there. They got great Indian and pub food. Rooftop deck, spectacular. Great view of the stadium. You get all the pomp and circumstance before Dynamo games there with El Batallon. If you haven't experienced it, go down and join them for the walk into the stadium. Rooftop deck, spectacular. Great view of the stadium, as I mentioned. It's Kings Court, HoustonTX.com. Go in and say hello to Jay and Megan. Great cocktail selection, great beer selection. And listen, you got the Houston Red Army down there for Manchester United. You've got, I think, Real Madrid Peña, Victor. I had to mention that, so don't get upset. Okay. We got Barcelona in the house tonight. Victor Valenchek of Houston Coolest. Kings Court, great spot. All right, going to knock a couple phone calls out here, and then we're going to get our Soccer Matters panel going here tonight. Let's start it off with Mark. Mark, what's on your mind tonight?
What's up, Glenn? How you doing?
I'm very good. How are you? Soccer Matters, buddy.
Good. Yeah, Soccer Matters. You were talking about what's to be the goal for the Dynamo this year, but you know, I think it's a rhetorical question because every year the goal should be to be the best in MLS. You know, they should be going out for supporter shields and stuff like that. You know, granted, you know, injuries happen and stuff like that. Something that you know no team can ever, you know, prepare for. But if the Dynamo are not preparing the season to be the best in MLS, then what are they doing? You know, why are they getting up for? I mean, you have an attacking squad, an attacking trio like what we have. You know, as long as we upgrade the defense, and hopefully the defense is better this year, we should be making the playoffs and winning the MLS Cup. You know, and that's why I think I have so much respect for what Atlanta United is doing because you see Atlanta United, a team that's only been around for 2 years, and they're one of the favorites for the CONCACAF Champions League over all the established Mexican clubs.
Well, listen, I like when people stick their flag in the ground. So I hear what you're saying. Be the best in MLS. I assume that means win the MLS Cup. I like a flag stuck in the ground. I like knowing what the goal is. A couple years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, not this year, but the year before, I loved what Daryl Morey said. And somebody asked him a question in a press conference, and they basically said, hey, what's the goal this year? And he said, the goal is to beat the Golden State Warriors. Because essentially he's saying you beat the Golden State Warriors, you can win the NBA title. And they almost did it. They took it to 7. It was a great series. But I love that part of sports. I like when somebody puts a marker in the ground and says, here, this is what success will mean to us. This is what success will smell like this year, okay? Because often in MLS we get, well, we're going to make the playoffs, and then we'll see if we can go on a run. And, you know, that's boring to me. We have to have a little bit more conviction, I believe.
You know, and speaking of that, you know, we should always want to be considered not just one of the best in MLS, but one of the best in our region. You know, that's how you get the global exposure and players wanting to come here and all that stuff that comes with it. You know, yep. I mean, you have the Barcelona Coolest there. I mean, Barcelona doesn't want to be the best in Spain. Barcelona wants to be the best in Europe, best in the world. You know. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I don't doubt that the Dynamo want to be the best, but you know, we're going to see this year because there were two very key signings, Matias Vera and Kiki Struna. This could really improve the balance. I'm very excited about the season coming up. I don't think there's any question. There's a lot of hard work to do both on and off the field to make the MLS product here more relevant. I think that's more than fair to say that. I mean, that's truthful, but I think the John Walker being here now, I think, is a tremendous addition. David Brady now has got his feet under him. Matt Jordan is doing some good signing of players here. So let's see where it all takes us. Mark, thank you very much for the phone call. Let's keep it rolling here. Thomas, what's on your mind?
Oh, hey. Well, first off, I just want to say thank you for having me on the show.
Okay.
And also Soccer Matters.
Thank you, Thomas. Much appreciated.
Yeah, and I wanted to thank you for bringing up the whole ticket thing with the oncoming match of USA versus Chile. I actually saw quite a bit of chatter about that on Twitter, and I just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on that and what you thought about the pricing. I was fortunate enough to get two of the $38 tickets, and I mean,
but you're up high. You're up high, right? You're up pretty high with the $38 ticket. Not that there's a bad seat in that stadium, and then with processing fees, you're $50, right?
It's actually already, my wife and I together going is about $100.
Okay.
And we're kind of sitting in what you would call the nosebleed sections.
Right. That's a nice value. I think. I think that's fair pricing. I think what we wish we knew was if Tyler Adams and Weston McKennie, by the way, Tyler Adams is playing regularly already with Red Bull Leipzig. And I think one of the real keys to this whole thing that people are forgetting is that Red Bull New York, Red Bull Salzburg, and Red Bull Leipzig, they all play the same system. He's been trained in that system. So when he goes over there, it's a much easier transition. Not that it isn't challenging all of a sudden ending up in the Bundesliga in front of 40, 50,000 people. But my point is, this is a great example of climbing the rung of the ladder here and being prepared and not being, kind of thrown in the deep end and somebody says, hey, I hope you can swim. This is great.
What I want to touch on is, do you think that the ticket prices warrant, the quality of the team, I guess? And, what are you paying for, I guess? Are we paying for the USA team experience?
You're paying for international soccer. I think that's all personal to whoever it is. I think the sell for the national team right now is a more open and transparent manager in Greg Berhalter, a guy that's willing to stand in front of a blackboard and tell people how his team is going to play. I hope I see that around Major League Soccer more with some of the managers. And then I also think you're looking at the future and you're looking at youth. And quite frankly, I think it's an interesting time to watch young players, especially if some of the European-based guys get back. I love watching guys grow. I love watching guys develop and their development accelerated. So I think that's...
Oh, and of course, no doubt.
Yeah, I think that's the real sell.
Okay, so you think that's why the prices...
if we bring Clint Dempsey and DeMarcus Beasley and Landon Donovan back, is everybody going to be happy that the ticket prices are high? I don't know. What I would like to see, and I wish, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to let you go, Thomas. What I would like to see is, yes, I want to see U.S. Soccer make lots of money because they are a money-making organization. And I'd like that to be done in a way that they reach their price point and they get their desired results with revenue, but expose more people to the game and sell the stadium out. That's what I want to see.
But you don't
I don't want to see a half-empty stadium.
What I want to get at. Exactly. Well, yeah, very true. And I don't want to alienate fans either because, I heard that, NFL ticket prices versus MLS prices, there's a huge gap.
That's a whole nother ball. Yeah, but that's a whole nother ball game. That's a whole nother discussion.
No, and I know. I guess I just want to make sure that, that going forward that the U.S. men's team is pricing to a point to where they feel like they're encouraging and bringing in a broader fan base and not necessarily encompassing one specific, So that's why I just wanted to touch on it. I just wanted to ask, kind of get your thoughts on that and see whether or not you thought.
I think part of U.S. Soccer's job, Thomas, is to put as many people in the seats and expose as many people to their national teams, both men and women. Thank you very much for the phone call. All right, let's Let's bring in the panel here. All right. Manny G, El Batallon. Welcome in, Manny G. And I love a guy who comes in with a 6-pack of, or is that a 12-pack of Carbach? So there's a free spot for Carbach. Carbach, by the way, you can join the fun here on Soccer Matters ESPN 97.5. He's with Afro Vibes, and he is Sam Mbono. We call him Super Eagle Sam. Sam, how are you?
I'm all right, Glenn. How you doing?
I'm glad to see you. And Victor Valenchek, first time up here with Houston Coolers.
Hey, it's good to be here.
And thank you for the scarves.
Oh, my pleasure.
All right, I'm going to start with you, Victor. And
Hey, talking to the mic, guys.
The first question of the night. What is the most important thing on your soccer mind right now, Victor?
The most important thing on my soccer mind. Oh, I think as a Barcelona fan right now is this critical time of where we are, again, experiencing now 3 El Clasicos in a 30-day period of time. That's pretty much on every Culés' mind right now is how are we going to do. We already know, we at home, 1-1, just finished that. We've got 2 away road trips, again, within the same week coming up at the end of the month. So, again, how we get through this time frame along with Champions League, yeah, that's what's important.
All right, Sam. Sam Mbono, Afro Vibes Radio. He's shaking his head. He comes in with a Houston Rockets hat on. I thought this was a soccer show. That's all right. I saw Bill Worrell last night, the legendary commentator for them. He did a wonderful job at the Houston Sports Words. What's it for you, Sam?
You know, we in the city of Houston. So the Dynamo, the Rockets, the Texans, all are for the city.
Astros.
What is the greatest of my soccer mind?
Yeah. What's fresh in that brain right now? Because you come in here, I see stuff like flying around your head because so much is going on.
Glenn, we're just going to go for another 10 minutes. Sound good?
Liverpool, we are 7 points ahead of Man City. Right now, City are, top of the table, even though Liverpool have a game in hand, So I'm just kind of having that deja vu feeling that what happened during Brendan Rodgers, is it going to happen again? That we are so close, but we couldn't get to the finish line, And when I look at why Liverpool had having a kind of blip in form, the last 2 games against Leicester and West Ham, they all tied, and that was 4 points dropped, and that brought Man City back to title contention. I think maybe injury crisis or the nerves or the pressure of the title race kind of setting. But when I look at Klopp, I try to rewind my mind back to when he was with Dortmund, when he was able to topple Bayern Munich on 2 occasions. So he actually know what title race, the pressure it comes with. So I'm kind of, a little bit stressed out, not trying to have that deja vu feeling at Anfield that, what happened during Brendan Rodgers? Is it going to happen again? It happened during Rafael Benitez, 2 points behind Manchester United. It happened Brendan Rodgers. Is it going to happen again under Jurgen Klopp? So
gotcha. 62 points for Man City now. Like Sam said, game in hand over Liverpool on 62. Spurs at 57, Chelsea at 50, United streaking at 48, Arsenal at 47, and then it's 38, Wolves 7 and down. So it's a great race. It's entertaining. It's exciting. We'll get back to some more Liverpool with you. Matty G, El Batallon, what a great man this guy is, and what a amazing amount of work him and his group have done promoting the sport of soccer, like all the supporters groups in Houston. How are you, man? And what's on your mind?
Fantastic. Oh, well, first off, man, like everybody else who's called it, I got to blow some smoke up. We're always privileged to have you. I'm privileged to be here. We're privileged to have you here in Houston and what it is that you do. I don't think anybody appreciates how much you give to the sport.
Nice.
But what's on my mind, I'm traveling with the crew to Guatemala. Yeah. So the first thing on my mind right now is getting the Dynamo team right now, the squad, getting them an emphatic win and getting their confidence boosted up. So when we're ready for opening day and when we're ready for round 2, whether it be Saprissa, whether it be Tigres, that they're going to give it all. And they're going to leave everything on the field because, as usual, we'll leave it all on the stands.
Hey, by the way, a lot of El Batallon members and a lot of people traveling down to Guatemala. Tell me a little bit about that and in kind of the Cliff Notes version and how quickly that gets put together and logistically how you do this, because I think that would be of interest to our listeners. We're talking to Manny G, the head of the Dynamo supporters group El Batallon.
Yeah, from a logistics standpoint, right now we've got a 40 head count of Dynamo fans. I want to say it's somewhere around.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's like 18 or 19 of EB. That are going, but altogether about 40. Essentially, as far as EV goes, we'll pick where it is we're going to do our accommodations, where we're going to stay, try to get a midpoint. We're going out there to do some ecotourism, of course. Guatemala's a beautiful country, but essentially what we're going down for is going to be to support the team. So thankfully, through the front office, new head of security, as well as Malcolm, who's worked with us so much, has gotten in contact with the front office. So I've been in contact with them directly via WhatsApp, getting some pricing. And really what it comes down to is they've been super cooperative. So, and we've been together for, we're going on 13 years. So each time it gets a little bit easier. Right, so they go in. It's like they already know the drill. Just like every time we travel out to, whether it's LA,
not like
Chicago,
you're newbies at this, is it? No.
We've had a little bit of experience.
Dynamo in the CONCACAF Champions League taking on Guastatoya from Guatemala, who won the title last year. Not off to a great start. They haven't won a game in 5, so maybe this is being timed right for the Dynamo. All right, Victor, take me back into Barcelona and your supporters group. How many are in the group? And just tell me how this has grown, and tell me some of the other things you do outside of just supporting the team and watching the team. And are you guys officially affiliated?
Yeah, I appreciate you asking that. Absolutely. That's something that we spent a lot of time on. We are officially recognized. We are officially recognized with Barcelona as an official Peña. So there's only like one. We're one of 9 in the entire United States that are officially recognized. So when members come on, you become a Peñista with our group. You're one of 160,000 Peñistas worldwide that are officially recognized by the group. So they get their official Peñista cards. Again, there's lots of benefits for being a member in Barcelona, but also locally as well here as well. But I mean, what's really going on here this year, what we're super excited about, in 2019, we've moved locations. We're now partnered with Revelry on Richmond. That is our home location. And not only that are we at Revelry in Richmond, but we're moving into, in March, their new location. Actually, they're going to keep Revelry, but there's a new pub next door, the old Irish pub that was next door. They're going to be calling it
About 5 minutes left.
Our full-time pub.
Okay,
so we're going to be in there, and so super excited. Everyone's enjoying the new location. The management's been great. So again, everyone's off to a great start.
Do you have a place they can contact you if people want to join your group?
Absolutely. Again, HoustonCoulés.com. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just go right to the website.
All right, Sam, I know you're very nervous tonight because of Liverpool and everything. I want to take you back into the pressure, though, and people talking about the pressure on Jurgen Klopp, and you mentioned it, injuries as well, combination of two things. But let's face it, I mean, this is part of trying to win a title. Do they have the depth, though, of a Manchester City?
Yeah, if you look at Manchester City, their makeup, the games they lost, they had injury problems. They lost to Leicester, they lost to Crystal Palace, they lost to Newcastle. So now it's Liverpool's turn to experience such a blip. Liverpool have a depth, but City have the greatest depth in the Premier League. If you look at players on their bench can be a team starting 11.
Not to mention 50 guys on loan in other clubs all around the world.
So right now, with Chamberlain, coming back from injury, he's part of the Champions League squad. It's a great boost. Remember, there was a time Liverpool didn't have senior centre-back fit. They're all out injured. Henderson had to play right back. That was how serious it was at Anfield. But I believe Jurgen Klopp, we get it right. The game against Bournemouth on Saturday will be a game that they're going to use to make a statement that regardless of what had happened in the past 2 games, that they are capable of kind of shouldering the pressure that comes with winning the title.
About 3 minutes left.
For you. Here's what Alisson said. He said, "We believe we can win the league." He told this was to Sky Sports. He said, "We've shown in the past that we're good enough and we'll continue to show this in the games we've got to come. Our pressure is the same. We take things game by game without worrying about what our opponents are doing. Everyone wants to win this league, but at Liverpool, our concern is winning games and not dropping points. We don't think about Man City. We think about ourselves. We only think about what we can do and how things are moving forward." And I call BS on half of that. Okay? Because you are thinking about Man City. And I get the focus is just on the game and the points, but that's kind of player speak there. But that's okay. I mean,
they think about Man City. They look at other results. You can't tell me that Pep Guardiola wasn't happy when West Ham drew 1-0 with Liverpool. You can't tell me Klopp wasn't happy when Newcastle we beat Man City 2-1. So these are the dynamics that come into the title run. But the fact is that for him to take out pressure from himself and his teammate, he got to sound the way he sounded, that, oh, we don't care about what other teams are doing. We focus on game by game. But
about 2 minutes left, guys.
The strategy you used to play City won't be the same thing you're going to use to play Cardiff.
Okay, so hold on to that one because I'm going to come back to you with more Liverpool. I just want to hit Manny here for a quick minute here. What are you most excited about this year going into the Dynamo season?
I'm excited every year.
But I mean, but with off-season moves and things, give me some specifics.
You know what? I'll say this. It's I don't know. It's a little mixed because from what I've been seeing as far as the moves that they're doing, I see them shoring up the back line. I see them shoring up the defense, which has always been a major problem. It has been a major problem in the last.
Definitely was last year.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I want to see, from what I've seen right now, I see them more calm, collected, more comfortable on the ball in the out of the back. That said, I haven't seen as much dynamic going into the offense, but maybe that's because they're already comfortable with what they have. But if Struna,
Vera.
Matias Vera can come in and do what it is that they need to do, even like last time when they brought in Vicente Sanchez and I was scratching my head, and if they can do half of what he was able to do in the offense, I'm like, that's what I'm excited about right now. If they can shore up that defense, if we can get some road points, we can actually get some dominance in there and get some consistency. I'll be super excited. And it really seems
so
like
you just brought up the two main storylines going into this season. It's basically providing and finding balance between attack and defense. You got to defend better. They address that by going and getting Vera another 6. It looks like it's going to be twin sixes with Vera and Cabezas. One of them is going to have to join in and help the attack. It means Tommy McNamara has got to fight to get a starting job, and he's either got to take the job away from Tomas Martinez, or it's not likely, in a 2-6 that he's going to play as a deep 6. So it's a champagne problem, as you said, and then the other one's Struna leading as a center back and bringing an air of professionalism. Not that there wasn't that there before, but bringing a bit of an edge and being kind of that hard guy center back that can groom a Fuenmayor and can match up, obviously, with Minor Figueroa when he plays there as well. So it's interesting stuff. We're going to take a break here. We got to keep this rolling. Got one more segment with the guys. We got Manny G, El Batallon in the house. Round of applause for Manny G and El Batallon. Sam Mbondo, maybe the biggest Liverpool fan in Houston. He's in the house tonight, Afro Vibes Radio, and Victor Valenchek of Houston Coolers. And I'm saying that correctly, right, Victor?
Houston Coolers.
I got it right, Coolers. All right, taking a break here. Before we go to break, just a quick reminder again for John Daspit and the Daspit Law Firm. Our presenting sponsors, John Daspit and the Daspit Law Firm, personal injury attorney, 713-322-HURT. They're bilingual. Whether you get in a car accident, motorcycle, industrial construction, doesn't matter. They'll have you covered 24/7 nights and weekends. Get the representation you need at the Daspit Law Firm, daspitlaw.com. Thank you, John.
Another one bites the dust. Hey, I'm gonna get you too. Another one bites.
I was trying to turn their mics off so there wasn't going to be any interference with the read. That was my fault, Glenn.
7, 5.
Hey, Glenn Davis here for Liberty Kitchen Restaurants. They specialize in modern comfort food with Gulf Coast influence. Now, some of my favorites over there, hot smoked Seattle salmon, mac and cheese, roasted asparagus with bacon jam, and the bacon jam, by the way, is to die for. They've also got primed aged meats, deviled eggs, and fried Gulf shrimp. Raw bar as well. 3 locations, so you can catch it at River Oaks, Memorial City, or the Heights. Happy hour 6 days of the week, plus Liberty Kitchen is the best spot for brunch. LibertyKitchenOysterBar.com.
The Starlight Lounge presents An Evening with the Progressive Box.
Moon, yeah. That's Hugo, tickling the ivories. He just saved by bundling home and auto with Progressive. Gonna finally buy a ring for that gal of yours, Hugo? Send her my condolences. Hi-oh! This next one's for you, too. There's a burglar in my heart. Thank you.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
You started a DIY project at home. Then you realize convenience isn't always easy. The why in DIY doesn't mean, why is this so hard? At ADT, we DIFY. Do it for you. We customize and install a secure smart home that you control from the palm of your hand or the sound of your voice. Smart security, designed and installed just for you with ADT. Visit ADT.com/smart to learn more. License information available at ADT.com. ADT, real protection.
Guys, check this out. There's a brand new technology that's going to drive your wife or girlfriend wild for Valentine's Day. It's probably not what you're thinking. It's even better. It's called Micro Velvet, created by the PJ experts at Pajamagram, and it's found only in their Tempting Touch PJs. Tempting Touch PJs are simply the softest and most luxurious pajamas ever imagined. They're addictively soft. They beg to be touched. Go to pajamagram.com and get her the blissful comfort you know she deserves. This is a higher level of soft, softer than her sweetest dreams and yours. They're tempting to wear and tempting to touch. And when she's happy, you'll be happy too. A Valentine's Day gift has never felt this tempting. Plus, you don't even have to wrap because every Pajamagram includes free gift packaging. And Valentine's Day delivery is guaranteed. So visit pajamagram.com or call 1-800-GIVE-PJs.
Hi, this is Josh, the CEO of Infuse Energy. Never worry about falling asleep with the lights and TV on again. Infuse Energy's Carefree Nights plan is here. Binge watch your favorite shows all night. It's on us. Find out more at infuseenergy.com. Infuse energy into your life.
If you love supporting local Texas nonprofits and great coffee, then Katz Coffees are for you. Help give back to places like Enchanted Rock and Buffalo Bayou by going to katzcoffee.com. Use the promo code ESPN20 for 20% off.
The Houston SaberCats are coming home! Friday, February 22nd at 7 p.m. at Constellation Field. They're taking on the Toronto Arrow, and it's a matchup you don't want to miss. Adult tickets start at just $20, and kids between 6 and 15 are just $10. By the way, kids 5 and under, always free. Get your tickets today at HoustonSaberCats.com. That's HoustonSaberCats.com. Join the Uncaged.
Hey, the kids are headed off to school, so this is a great time to get stuff done around the house. While they're in school, Jeff Aronoff and his guys can get that work done. What do you need? A new countertop, a new vanity, a fireplace face, new marble, new granite, new outdoor kitchen, new outdoor patio. He does it all, and he does it at 20% off because you're a 97.5 listener. So look, if you're looking to upgrade, you call Jeff Aronoff, 713-880-2822. 713-880-2822. It's Absolute Marble and Granite.
I started my business in 1986 and began paying employees. I would handwrite checks and say, "Here you go. Don't cash it until Tuesday." That came to a screeching halt when a teenage employee said his dad wanted to see his pay stub. Pay stub? We don't have pay stubs. Get back to work. He said, "Dad works for the government and state law requires I receive a pay stub." Uh-oh. Hi, I'm Mike Capel, CEO of Patriot Software. After many emergency calls, I learned how to correctly withhold payroll taxes and create pay stubs. I avoided handcuffs and an orange jumpsuit that day, barely. That's why I created Patriot Software, to help small business owners do their payroll taxes correctly with pay stubs. And if you need help, we will help you for free. Go to patriotsoftware.com and enter promo code RADIO, and I'll give you 2 months of payroll processing free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
Come on, Barry. This is more than just a workout. It's an experience. You got to dig deep. Give me that jab, cross, hook, hook, up, up, slip. Oh, there's a reason you're on radio and not TV.
Wait, what? Are you calling me fat?
Don't worry, Barry. When you're done with our Ride Rumble classes, that'll all change.
Vortex is Houston's first multi-sensory indoor cycling and boxing studio. Vortex is an affordable, fun, luxurious fitness studio for everyone. Take advantage of their 1-week unlimited Ride and Rumble plan. Check out VortexTexas.com. Ride, Rumble, Refuel.
Hey, Glenn Davis here for Soccer Matters. The place to be in Edo is the Kings Court, 903 Hutchins in the shadows of BBVA Compass Stadium. The Kings Court, 13 monitors for all your soccer watching desires. An incredible rooftop deck with a spectacular view of the stadium. British and Indian pub-style cuisine is also a winner at Kings Court. Great food, staff, and selection of beer and cocktails, all at great prices. Kings Court, HoustonTX.com.
Brooks Powell here. By now you've probably heard a bunch of ads for Thrive Plus, the company I started right here in Houston and pitched on Shark Tank last year.
We've got to do the Muhlenstein interview, coming right back right now. Oh, we're done? Yeah, we're done. Y'all are done. Yeah. 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 No, we've got Muhlenstein and then Quill. Yeah.
Break.
Yeah, the Muhlenstein interview plus the Quill is going to be like 40 minutes worth of audio. Yeah. It's going to be like 42 minutes of audio. Yeah.
Exactly what it.
Yeah. It'll fit. It's going to fit.
Cheers. Simply take 3 capsules after your last alcoholic beverage or before going to bed. Whether you've had one drink or several, you're going to wake up feeling great and your liver's going to thank you. Still not convinced? Try it out. If you don't feel at least 50% better the next day, we will give you your money back, guaranteed. To order Cheers, visit our new website, cheershealth.com. That's cheershealth.com. Or find us on Amazon. Whatever you drink, always remember to cheers.
ESPN 97.5, KFNC, Mont Belvieu, Houston, a GOW media station.
Which can cause cramping and diarrhea.